As the partial U.S. government shutdown continues, Riley County health officials say they still aren't sure how much additional funding the local Women, Infant, and Children program will receive to continue operations through the end of October. WIC Supervisor Caitlin Speff told county commissioners Thursday that state funding for administrative leave expired last week, but the commission previously approved using health department and workforce development funds to carry staff until month's end when food benefits are projected to run out.
We received a notice from KDHE that they received additional funds. We do not know how much will actually be given to us. We had to fill out a needs assessment survey that was completed Friday, and we are still just waiting on our notice on how much we'll get.
Speff said she and Health Department Director Diane Creek participated in a conference call this week with the National WIC Association, where they learned the Trump administration planned to allocate $300 million in tariff revenues to keep federal food aid program afloat.
Which is enough for about 2 weeks worth of federal program funding. So states are still waiting on getting that money, and that's kind of where we're at.
The local program remains funded through October 31st, but faces uncertainty beyond that pending additional action from the federal government. Biosecurity is a crucial part of the ag industry and should be the forefront of consumer choices. Jackie McClaskey, CEO and president of the American Royal Association, recently joined Shelby Varner and the Agriculture Today podcast, discussing her perspective and importance of the biosecurity industry.
Consumers spend very little time talking about biosecurity. However, when something happens, they start to pay attention. Sometimes, there are cases like avian influenza where they've heard about it enough that they might maybe gotten to the place where they hear about it again. It's really not impacting whether or not they're eating chicken on that day.
McClaskey says multiple professions should be in on the conversation to make decisions during the biosecurity crisis.
Obviously, producers need to be at the forefront, but they need to be supported by people who understand the science and the economics, our animal health professionals at the state level, our state government leaders, USDA, of course. All of those folks need to be at the table.
McClaskey was a recent panelist at the Flinchbaugh Forum discussing biosecurity and ag policy. If you want to learn more about ag and food policy, you can go to bosscenter.com. The Manhattan-Ogden School Board handed out 2 special recognitions Wednesday night. Superintendent Eric Reed announced that Manhattan High School German teacher Elke Lorenz has been named the 2025 World Language Association Teacher of the Year. MHS Principal Michael Dorse will also be honored as the area's secondary Principal of the Year at a ceremony on November 5th. The board approved 2 maintenance projects, both unanimous by 7-0 votes. They accepted a $78,000 proposal from Min Continental Restoration to repair a masonry at Amanda Arnold Elementary School. They also awarded $122,000 to bid to McConnell and Associates to resurface and restripe the Bishop Stadium running track next summer. Board member Carla Hagemeister noted the track will be closed during construction, but remains open to the public at other times. Riley's Fall Festival is set for this Saturday with a full day of food, fun, and live music. Events kick off around 8 a.m. with a biscuits and gravy breakfast at the Riley City Library, followed by a parade at 11 and a kids zone with bounce houses and crafts. Vendors and food trucks and a beer garden will be open through the day, and Jared Pete Gill closes things out with live music at 7 p.m. Admission is free. Here's a look at some other local events in the area happening this weekend. The Walked-In Alzheimer's, 9:30 at City Park. Builders Bash, 10 to 3 at the Flint Hills Discovery Center. A walking tour of historic Sunset Cemetery, 10 a.m. to noon. There is a suggested donation of $5 for that one. Flint Hills Beer Fest is 2 to 5 at the Blue Earth Plaza. And a chili crawl at 3:30 in Aggieville. With a look at local headlines, I'm Stephen Schaefer.
Good morning, I'm Mitch Fortner with sports. K-State transfer guard P.J. Haggerty was named to the preseason All-Big 12 team, voted on by the league's coaches on Thursday. Haggerty is one of 3 newcomers on the preseason All-Big 12 team, as he joins freshman phenoms A.J. DeBonsa from BYU and Darren Peterson of Kansas. On the preseason poll, K-State was picked 9th of the 16 teams. Kansas was picked to finish 6th. With 2 second-half goals and a tough defensive performance Thursday night, K-State soccer beat Cincinnati 2-0. K-State now 7-4-3 overall, 2-3-2 in Big 12 play. They wrap up the weekend at home against number 24 West Virginia Sunday at 1 p.m. The Carpet One Manhattan Game of the Week on B1047 tonight is Rock Creek, undefeated at 6-0, hosting the Concordia Panthers, who are 3-3. Rock Creek 6-0 for the first time since 2001, and tonight they can win both an NCKL championship and a district title. Kickoff at 7 o'clock and pregame at 6:30 on B1047. I'm Mitch Fortner with sports.